Good morning, Americans and humans. This is your favorite alien on Saturday, April 16th, 2022. Stand by for a special commentary. Well, today's commentary is Vladimir Putin in the corner, and where do we go from here? Well, Americans, especially you, and Europeans, and the rest of the humanity here, you're within a rock and a hard place. World War III is coming, whether you like it or not. And this is why I say World War III is coming. Number one, it's in your history books. In 2022, World War III hit like a bang. Okay, lasted for a year and a half. Short war, yeah. A lot of people died. 100 million died. Okay? And all this because of two things. The neglect or the unforesight of the West when Russia or the Soviet Union disintegrated in 1991 and trying to kick Russia when it was down by making Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, and all the Eastern European former Soviet bloc countries NATO. Oh, yeah. And then playing with Ukraine. Ukraine was never a nation up until 1991. And then it was a disaster from 1991 to 2014. It was a disaster. Okay. It had regular governments that were corrupt, as in Russia. Russia's always been corrupt. As far back as you can remember, Russia is a corrupt country. There's no changing Russia. So if you're trying to change Russia, and you tried, didn't you? Let's put her in the G7. Yeah. Well, that kicked you back in the butt, didn't it? Yoo-hoo. Yeah. So now you got Vladimir Putin. In the corner, you say? Yeah. And then you got your flirtation with Ukraine that led to Vladimir Putin's 2014 taking over of the Crimea because nobody took his gripe seriously. And he had a gripe there, legitimate too, people, about the Ukrainians owning Crimea. Yeah, because they took it in the 1950s. So he had a legitimate gripe there. That I grant Vladimir Putin. The way he went about it, oh well, it's a typical Russian way. And what can I say? The Americans, well, paper tigers as usual, paper tigers. Europeans, paper tigers. Because he would say, okay, let's see what we can do. Let's put this line here, and you guys backed off. You guys sound like my old doggy Fifi. She was a nice poodle that I had with my wife when she was alive about 15 years ago. Nice toy poodle. But there was not a dog too big for her. Oh no. What she would do is bark one step forward, two steps back, like, okay, I'm coming. It'll take me a while, but I'm here. Can't get rid of me. That's what the United States is. One step forward, two steps back. Oh yeah, and don't forget a snooze from Sleepy Joe. Yeah. And you're trying to lead the West. Whew. Imagine countries like Germany, France, and say England there, Mr. Johnson. He must be saying, do I really got to follow this guy? I don't know which way he's going. He's trying to pussyfoot his way around, and that's not working. Yeah, really? So here you are, Americans and Europeans and humans. The problem you have is you say, okay, we're going to get a ceasefire here in Ukraine. A ceasefire will do no good because Putin can't have a ceasefire. Putin's running out of time. So then you got the fly in the ointment, which is Finland. Yoo-hoo, Finns. Yo, you Finns. You know you're a fly in the ointment. Yoo-hoo. Yeah. We want to accept the offer of being part of NATO. Uh-huh. And you know how Vladimir Putin just loves that. Say, what? They do that? Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, and I got no access to the Baltic Sea. What's going on here? Yeah. So like he told you guys yesterday, you take the application of Finland seriously and I'll put nuclear weapons at the border. And he's not bluffing there either. He's running out of options. He's got to show some sort of a big thing by May 9th, people. Here we are on April 16th. You got till May 9th. You don't understand that, but he's got to show something. So for the next 2.5 weeks, you're going to have maybe chemical weapons, if that, but definitely oxygen deprivating bombs, incendiary bombs. Oh, yeah. And annihilate as many Ukrainians as possible. And the old history has 17 million dead. Yoo-hoo! 17 million Ukrainians. Yeah. And by the way, they took out 100,000 Russians. Troops. 100,000 Russian troops. But at the cost of 17 million of their so-called non-combatants and civilians. Finland did go, and they did take him into NATO. Hence, launching of nuclear weapons. So you see, Putin's in a no-win situation. He's got to have his Baltic Sea area with Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. He's got to have his Black Sea area with Ukraine. And you guys are not going to make him say no. And the Russians have so corrupted they don't say no. There's nobody to stand up to Putin. If you guys are expecting a overthrow over there, well, dream on. It's like being Peter Pan in Never Never Land. Yoo-hoo! So you do hear me, Americans, and especially humans? Paper tigers! That's what you Europeans and Americans are. So, change the game. But you guys won't. So Putin wins, no matter what. Putin wins. This is your favorite alien with today's commentary and history, because it was written on August 31st, 2064. Good day.